This is the Night Owls Disc Golf Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm JP.
You were dancing there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Excited.
Yeah.
And Ben is not here again because we messed it up. So
Well, no, it's not a mess up. We just life.
exactly. Life happens, yeah.
And then
it's easier for
Ben
you and I
also
to get
has
together.
life. I think it's his dad's birthday. Is that what he
Dad's
said?
birthday.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we couldn't record like we normally do because I had a softball game of my daughter's that starts at 7:15 at night.
That's
by the way,
crazy. Yeah.
Which is nuts.
And then I had a little variety show for our youngest daughter. She did like a play, like singing thing. So I missed the last couple of concerts, so I owed some people to go.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah. And she begged me. She's like, what do you mean, Daddy? I want you to go.
Yeah, when you said you got roped into a talent show, I thought you were doing something,
no,
and I was
no,
like, I can't
no.
wait for this story.
Yeah. Nope. Just had to go watch it.
All right.
I didn't have to participate or anything.
Well, good. Well, speaking of participating, doordisc.com, you can buy all of your stuff, disc golf stuff. And actually, we're going to get into the pickleball game.
What?
We're going to grab some Grip 6 has pickleball paddles.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I think we're going to just carry a small selection of pickleball
Interesting.
paddles. And there's a huge pickleball community up here.
I saw people playing at the Y this afternoon because it was pretty nice out.
Yeah, and disc golfers are infamous for playing pickleball. So
Yeah, there are a number of people on tour that play.
Yeah, so we're gonna throw some pickleball paddles in the shop and see what happens.
I think Madison Walker's like borderline pro. Like she
Really?
she entered a couple tournaments. They have a weird ratings system. It's like I forgot how it goes, like 3 point something, 4, like there's I don't know. But she went into I think like 3.5. Which is like one of the lower yet kind of competitive. And she said,
So like that's the MA1-ish?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But she said people were smoking them. Like they were really good yet. So,
Dang.
I don't know.
That's cool. Well, wasn't the hair Robert McCall?
Yeah.
He's kind of pro-ish, isn't
Bobby plays.
Bobby,
I don't
yeah.
know if he's pro-ish, but I know he plays quite a bit.
he? I actually texted him today. He didn't text me back, Bobby. He's getting too busy for me. And then I'm trying to think of who else plays. I mean, I know there's like Zach
Melton,
and
Calvin Heimberg does. I think Paul Macbeth and Hannah play a little
really?
bit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Holcomb probably plays.
Yeah. Well, so
Yeah.
But with that being said, we'll have a little pickleball section on our site. So
Interesting. You guys
Still a
could
couple
do that
weeks out.
do it in the back.
yeah. Oh, you heard
Back parking lot, yeah. Customer. Okay.
I would be the Venus Williams of pickleball.
Ooh.
Let me explain.
Okay.
Not in the how good I am.
Oh.
I would be nowhere close to that.
You'd have the braids with the beads?
no, it'd be like the
And the beard?
It'd be like the.
Oh, yeah.
I'd make sure I was like as loud. No, that was at Anna Kournikova. That was really, really like.
Her, Monica Seles,
Yeah.
Jennifer Capriati, they're, yeah.
Yeah, so I would definitely make sure that I was like really accentuating every hit.
Yep.
So, and then door_disc_golf and night_owl_pod. Those are our Instagram. And then door disc golf on Twitter. We do have a Twitter.
Oh.
Kevin's rocking it too.
Okay, cool.
I think we're up to like 80 followers now.
Wow.
Oh boy, we're coming.
All right.
Bringing the hot takes.
He just has some funny stuff.
Oh, he's great, man.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's so good. I don't remember. It's like MPX. I don't remember his Twitter handle.
I don't know.
I'd love to give him a shout out because he's fantastic to follow.
Yeah.
Because he has some great like a failed magician, Joel Freeman.
That was funny,
like,
yeah.
Beautiful. So there you go. So yeah, jump on any of those and give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share, give us a bad comment. Doesn't matter to us. Just engage.
Yeah.
With that being said, speaking of engaging, did you engage your debit card or credit card with a thrower, hanger, or flipper this week?
I did.
Was that a bad transition?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I bought some Max Wax. And then, what else? I bought a special edition Echo.
Oh, yeah.
I bought,
How do you like it? Have you thrown it yet?
no, I just got it today.
Okay.
I stopped in the shop and picked it up.
Okay.
I wanted to see if it was like a beat-in buzz or if it was closer to maybe an Origin or something along those lines. But it feels good in the hand. Like I like the feel of it. Kevin's like, check out this one. It's like it was yellow with like this ugly I mean, it's not real swirly, but it's got this weird yellow mustard in it.
Yeah.
And that's what I ended up getting. I was like, I'll get this one, whatever. It'd be nice.
Take
like,
one for the team.
Yeah. I mean, the stamp's cool. It's metallic blue and like silver. I wish that was actually the color of the swirls in it, but I think those colors are probably hard to get. Like, you never see silver discs.
No.
It's always like matte gray or dark gray. So
Tell you, the TI, they do a good job with it.
Oh, yeah.
The Discrafts TI, but outside of that, I don't know if I've ever seen a silver disc.
yeah, I don't know. I've seen maybe like sometimes Prodigy 500 plastic. It's got kind of like the metallic ripple looking, that kind of situation.
Yeah.
And then I also got a streamlined jet. It was blue with metal flake in it.
Those are beautiful. All those jets are so good looking.
Yeah, I was just sitting there. I was like, ooh. And I don't throw anything that understable. It's 11.5 minus 3.2, I think is the numbers on them. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to check it out just to see. Because like I have the Zenith. And then that's about the most understable high-speed driver. And it's not even, it's stable.
No, Zenith is stable.
Yeah. So
0.5?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you get your Amazon MVP discs?
I did, yeah. I got those a while ago. The remix discs.
Did we talk about those already?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Okay.
I brought them here.
You did?
Yeah. I think I brought them in and showed them on camera.
I didn't see them because we recorded live on that one.
Yeah, so it was the Juggernaut, which is a putter, battleship, I think, with mid-range, Ronin, and I forgot what the other ones are.
Ronin?
Rumble. Rumble is one. Yeah, I forgot. There was one other disc that it was a Glow. Spartan or something like that.
Yes, I think
yeah,
it was.
That's what it was. So those were the ones that I got.
Nice. I did buy one thing this week, and it was a hex.
Yeah.
What does it sound?
I don't know. But it's picking up. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought a hex. Actually bought a hex. So thanks to Matt Yadis, I said it right.
Hey,
ooh. Didn't even have to guess it.
No.
You're welcome. I had his, so I threw that back on the used pile.
Okay.
But I'll probably buy that from him anyways. But I went and bought one off of the shelf. So
Nice.
it's pretty good.
So when I was looking at the new MVP, the Hex and the Craves, those rims are ridiculous.
They were so good looking.
I couldn't believe how swirly they were. And I was like, some of them were almost a little too busy.
It was, one of them almost looks like it's almost dirty. Like it's the weirdest. I don't know what it is. That one that has like the orange and brown.
I know.
rim.
That's on one of the Craves. Yeah,
It is really good looking, but it is weird because then you also have the kind of the burst in the flight plate.
Yeah,
too.
the Proton has the burst in it, which is I don't see that often in that either. So that was pretty interesting.
All of them had it. They're great looking discs. So so bought another hex, and I've officially kicked the EMAC out of my bag.
Oh, wow.
Just to give like the true honest try to the hexes. And I'm liking them so far. I really am. I'm really liking them. So they may stay there. So all right, we're going to get into a new segment now that's going to follow our thrower hanger flipper. So Ben, if you're listening, you're in for a treat next week. Because JP, tell me why you suck.
Oh man, I have no forehand.
Okay.
That is one reason. When we were at Clash at the Creek, I threw the most forehands though I've ever thrown, and it was all with the copperhead because it's nice and shallow and slow. But I can't throw a high-speed disc to save my life forehand.
Okay.
Anytime, like I just have the wrist. I can't keep my wrist flat.
Yeah.
And anytime, so if I do throw something high speed, it's got to be overstable. So when it does, it can come back.
Yeah.
But it always bites me in the butt.
Sure.
And what else? I've been turning a lot of stuff over lately too.
Okay.
Like that's been a real problem. Even like field work. Like I've been trying to. I've trained myself to throw on anhyzer, like just a slight anhyzer, and I'm trying to get back to throwing flat, and it's just not working right now.
Yeah.
So everything I'm throwing, I'm like trying to, I'm like, okay, and then just, and then it'll, fade out or turn into a cut roller. So I'm trying to get back to getting that. Like, I was watching Gannon, or I don't know who it was. Like, he's like, if you turn your wrist, you know, a certain way and like pull down it, you know, reach back this way. I'm like, but it feels so awkward to turn my wrist in like that. So, yeah.
But I mean, I would assume it works if he's doing it. In some way, shape, or form.
Right.
I'm sure.
So just that's something small I'm working on.
Yeah.
Is tweaking that back.
Oh, we all suck at one point, so that's it.
So, why do you suck?
Well, I can tell you, because I just got done with league round.
Yeah.
I think right now what I am struggling with the most is rounding. Because I get these, I go on a hiatus, and as soon as I come back, I don't know if it's just a memory thing or what, but I immediately round. If I take a small break from playing, which I did, I took probably about a 2.5 month break from playing after Vegas. Well, yeah, it was about 2.5 months or so, 2 months. I come back and I am pulling my shoulder over like so hard, and it's just everything's to the right. Like and where we play at Wildberry, like you can't do that. Like it's a pretty punishing course, you know, when it comes to those things. I mean, it's not like the most punishing, but it's pretty punishing. And that's all it is. Like I'm just missing that stuff. And then the second thing is not committing to putts. Like I am caging so many putts, and it's incredible. Like, I mean, I don't feel that I'm bad, but that is one of those things, just not fully committing to a putt and just kind of trying to float it in there rather than like put it in there.
Yeah.
So those are the two things. So that's what makes me suck right now. I'm sure it'll be something next week different.
Yeah.
But right now, that's the reason I suck at those two things. And I don't practice. So
yeah. That's kind of important. Yeah.
It is just getting reps, you know, and I haven't prioritized it because it hasn't been a priority in my life at this moment, because I signed up for that Leadville race, that mountain bike race. So I've been putting a lot of time on the bike. And then I was coaching track, and then, you know, I just had a lot of stuff going on at one time, and kids are like in every sport imaginable right now, and you know the pain on that one. And it's just, so my priorities just lay on other things at the moment. So I'll get back to it.
Sure.
So with that being said, let's go a quick preview. It'll be a shorter episode, hopefully a little funner episode.
We said that last time, and we made it a whole hour.
We did, because we always get off on some tangent.
Yep, that's true.
I'm fine with it. So we'll go over Beaver State Fling. We're going to talk about the 3 stereotypes of a disc golfer and their swag. Specifically, their swag is what we're going to talk about. And then from there, we'll have a random question, and then we'll do some shop updates. But spoiler alert, there's no shop updates. We didn't really have anything. We had the Max Wax officially land, but we're still waiting on our whale sacks and the minis, the custom minis that are coming in. But we should have some updates coming here pretty soon with some more Lone Star stuff, because actually Caden's going down to the Lone Star shop.
Right.
And he's going to bring some stuff back. So he leaves tomorrow morning.
Interesting.
So he'll bring some stuff back. So with that being said.
Oh, I know I was going to say something about the Prodigies.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Let's hear that.
So, like
more love for Prodigy, for sure.
I'm sure. No, I think last week during shop updates, you had mentioned that, I don't know if there was a sale on Prodigy.
Yeah, the chalky stuff.
Yeah. So I was in the store today. That's when I got the discs, and Kevin and I were just talking about certain things, and I walked over to that table that's like right away, and like I was like, "Oh, are these all the chalky Prodigy discs?" He's like, "Yeah, we're probably just gonna send them back because we're not selling them." And then like he pulls out a box, and the box has all the baseline, like all the baseline stuff. And I was like, "Holy cow!" And then there's still all the stuff on the rack, on that side rack. I was like, you know, all this stuff is pretty, like the newer stuff. Like I think we've talked about, like Shadowfax, like that stuff, Kevin Jones discs. But I pulled up, I was just like looking at stuff, like, oh man, you know, I had this disc, whatever. And then all of a sudden there's must have been like an H2 or H3 sitting on top in 400 plastic, which is, I think that's like the Champ equivalent. And I was just looking at a couple other things. You can wipe off the chalk on it. I pulled this one up. The disc was cloudy.
Yes.
You couldn't even see like through it almost. Like I tried wiping on it. No, it's in the plastic.
Yes.
That's crazy to me. Like, I think that's the first time I've ever seen that.
I've never seen that. It's honestly looks super cool because it looks like it's smoke running through the
Yes,
disc.
that's what it looks like.
And it wasn't like that when we got it.
Okay.
Like, I mean, that's just something that has happened over time,
Yeah.
just with the chalkiness and the fingerprinting. But yeah, I mean, they reached out. So I gotta give a shout out to our rep. I won't name him, but he did reach out to me and just say, let's make this right, because we know we made some choices that weren't the greatest as far as plastic choices because we, in the need to push discs out, they kind of cut some corners with purchasing of their plastic there. And I don't want to go any further, but necessarily, like, he just basically said, let's make it right. Let's figure something out. He goes, box up whatever you have, send it back to us. The shipping's on us, but on us, we got to get it there.
Yeah.
But once you get it there, we'll give you credit. We'll get you some new stuff out.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, that's great. I appreciate that. I think it's a stand-up move.
Yeah.
It's a stand-up move. Whether we'll take them up on it or not, because I don't want more Prodigy in the shop at this point, but I know their new stuff is looking pretty good.
Okay.
What I'm hearing. So we'll see. You might hear a little less hate about Prodigy.
Yeah, I think Isaac Robinson's got a prototype disc coming out pretty soon.
Oh, he has one too. Mm-hmm. Nice. And Gannon won't, because he's going to be leaving on a jet plane. Going to Discmania again. They had to postpone it.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Man, I've been knocking it out with the whole singing. And the Guess Who's Back last week.
Yeah.
Leaving on a jet plane. Every time I sing that song, I think of Armageddon.
Yeah.
And who's that? Who's the big guy that sings it?
Oh, man. I don't know who that guy is. I've seen him in some other movies. But
Green Mile. Same guy, right?
Oh, is it Michael Clark
I think it is.
Duncan?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. All right. So, Beaver State Fling.
Beaver State Fling.
I'll try to say that again. Beaver State Fling. Let's talk about that real quick. Just winners. So, Jen Allen, first Pro Tour win.
Yeah.
Go. And FP40 player. So, I think she's 43.
I'm not positive. I know she plays Masters. She's
Yeah.
Masters World. She win Masters
She's
World?
world champion.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's coming up too.
Pretty soon in Flagstaff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Masters Worlds is in Flagstaff. I don't know. I was in. I don't remember. But yeah, that's coming up pretty soon too. So good for her. Super happy for her. I've always been a huge fan of Jen Allen, so I'm super, super happy. And then Ben and I lost the bet.
What bet was that?
No, what was the bet? Who's the bet?
No, you guys said it was the thing about Ricky coming
it
back.
wasn't. No, I have something with Eagle, or was it something that someone made a comment and I was like 0 chance because that Eagle won't win another.
That was last year.
Oh, was that
We
last
made
year?
it with
Okay, that's what it
Jordan.
was.
Jordan
Yes.
said he wouldn't win a Pro Tour event last year.
Yep.
And then I think you, Tyler, and I took him up on it, and he ended up winning European Open.
Yeah. He won it just shortly after. Yeah. So, but Eagle won. I mean, it wasn't the strongest field that could be there, but
It was pretty strong.
It wasn't bad.
No.
Yeah. I mean, minus Paul. But Ricky was there. Ricky came in 11th, so he did finish.
This is the third time Eagles won Beaver State Fling.
Third consecutive.
Yeah, third consecutive.
Yeah. So he won it in 18, 19, and then we were right. 20 and 21, they didn't officially have it. So, or 21, 21, 22, because if it's 23, yeah. So there you go. So,
and you know what's crazy about the Jen Allen win was, hold on a second. She and Holland Hanley were 2 strokes apart from each other, and then they blew the competition out of the water.
Yeah.
They were 10 strokes ahead of Owen Scoggins.
Yeah.
Which was just unbelievable.
and that's a lot.
Or not Owen Scoggins, Marina Oliva. That's who it was. But yeah, Owen Scoggins was minus 10 to finish in 4th. But yeah, crazy.
Yeah. What did she finish at, Jen Allen? What overall score?
Oh, she was 23 under, and then Holland Hanley was 21.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And then of note, so with that second place, Holland Hanley is now second place in the Pro Tour points. So the Disc Golf Pro Tour points. And has a good chance. Well, she has still. It puts her. She's close enough in the running that she could overtake Tatar for first place.
Yeah.
And she's not. I mean, like reasonably close, like Silver Series event win close. So that could happen. You could see Holland Hanley as the number one in the Pro Tour points.
Kind of wonder when, if or when she's going to take a break.
Holland or
Tatar? Holland.
Okay,
like
she's grinding.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Hitting it pretty hard on the road, but maybe she feels like she has to with the new sponsor, and she's on a 1-year contract and she wants to prove herself. So
well, she's doing a good job.
Yeah,
I mean, she's super consistent, never really out of the money. I mean, she's always right in the competition, always within striking distance. Not always, but predominantly she is within striking distance. And so I'm a fan of her simply because she's been on this, she took the time with us to sit down and chat with us. And so I'm forever a fan, and we'll keep mentioning her. So
it looks like she's taking a break from July 7th to the 28th. So I don't know, when is the European swing?
I don't know. Paul's over there right now.
Yeah, I heard that Paul's over there.
Because he's over there for 6 weeks. So I'm assuming it's for the month of June, basically.
Okay. So, she's just taking a little time off between KC Wide Open and Mid-American Open. So
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So anything else to say about Beaver State?
I like that course.
I love that course, especially the new layout where they combine the two courses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the changes were good. I was watching, I was watching the GK Pro skins too with Girthy and Eagle and I think it was Scott Withers, and I forgot who the other person was. But it's one of those courses where you don't get in trouble too often, but when you do, it's like there's huge trees to get into, and it's lush, so it's just funny to watch.
Well, you just watch people basically disappear.
Yeah, right.
It's incredible. It's incredible. A beautiful area. I mean, it is a bucket list course, so if you ever get a chance, I would say go. I've never been there, and if I'm ever up in that area, I'm gonna try to go.
Yeah,
I'll make it a point to make sure that I get out that direction. When I'm out that direction, I'll make sure to get there.
Going to be in Washington this week, right, for the Cascade?
I don't know.
I think that's what's coming up next. Up in Washington, because I think DGPT made a post about Ella and who else is from up that way? Sayananda, and there was one other person that they were just like, the Hannah Wynn.
Okay,
yeah, they're all from Washington area, so they're kind of making a post about that. I think it's a new tournament too. I don't remember.
Did you see the practice round with Sai and Hannah?
No, I saw I saw them what were they, riding a golf cart or something together? I saw a brief clip of it, but I haven't watched
those
it.
Two would be hilarious.
I bet.
I figured you would. I just, like I said, I haven't been consuming this content very much, but
yeah, I think Westside put out something with the both of them, but no, I just saw a brief clip of it on Instagram, but I didn't watch the video at all. So I'll have to go home and watch that.
That might be one I consume tonight.
Yeah,
it just seems like it would be hilarious to watch. All right, well, let's get into the stereotypes of disc golf. So I categorize disc golfers into 3 stereotypes.
Okay.
So I think so. And we'll expand on them. We can add to them or take away.
Okay.
So the first one I think about is the kitted up disc golfer.
Okay.
And there's only 2 people that fall into this realm. So the kitted up disc golfer is the ones that have the blade polos, they're disc golf kitted up, tucked in shirts, khakis.
Okay.
And they're primo.
Sure.
And there's 2 people that fall into that. There's either the pros.
Yeah.
Or there's the tryhards.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The ones that are I really want to look like a disc golfer.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about how they play or anything like that. And then the number 2 is who I would consider to be the casual. This is the person that's going to come up in whatever they wore for work.
Yeah.
They're going to get in that quick round.
Yeah.
And they're gone.
Okay.
And the third person is going to be the stereotypical, like, I'm holding 3 discs, a 6-pack of beer. And like, I'm imagining in my mind cargo shorts and some sort of like Slayer t-shirt.
Are these all the people that you saw at League today?
No. Like, I wonder, like, if there is, like, this is not insulting.
No. Okay. Yeah.
But, you know, and a lot of times those are the guys that absolutely shred.
Sure.
Like, they're the guys that could care less.
There's always that meme of, what is it? Have you ever seen the meme of like Bane? And then there's the guy in like the pink like onesie. Yes. It's like, this is the guy that comes to League with like the plastic bag full of discs and like shopping bag.
Yes. So number 1 is the kit guy. So he's that dude that is like, he's like the most expensive bag on the market.
So he's carrying
the
on
latest
like a
discs.
pound Octothorpe or something like that.
Exactly. Like the latest discs, like, and he's got like every sort of disc retriever you could think of. I mean, like, when you talk about kitted up, like, that is the guy.
Sure.
Like, will not play around unless he has like idios on and like that type of stuff. So number 2 is the casual. Like, he's the guy that just on and off. Like, that's it. They're just going out and playing. Like, he might hit up a league here and there, but he's kind of like dad golf.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to go out and play round, get back before the kid wakes up.
Yeah.
That's probably us.
Sure.
And then you got like that stereotype of a disc golfer that most municipalities don't like. The beer. Yeah. The essence of an herb.
Yeah.
And shreds.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
Yeah.
Did I miss a stereotype?
No, I don't know. I think that's a pretty, like, there's some pretty hard lines that you can say about them. Like, some days I feel like I could fall between 1 and 2. Some days I feel more 2.
So you'd be kitted up or dad?
But I'm not like golfer? Really that kitted up. I wouldn't
consider you kitted up. Like,
no.
Ben is kitted up.
But he's sponsored by a clothing
company. But that's what I was saying. There's like either the sponsored dudes, like the pros, or there's...
Sure. I mean, I will wear disc golf apparel to league or something like that. Or if it's a tournament, I will follow whatever dress code's appropriate for that tournament. But I don't consider myself, I don't go out for casual rounds wearing a polo or anything but I will wear, like, I have, I would consider them golf pants. Sure. They're, wick water away, the moisture control and everything. So I will wear those along with my idio shoes but I'm not trying to dress to impress or anything.
Sure.
And I have a grip bag, but it's because I find it to be durable and carries a lot of stuff. So I don't know. I think it's a reasonably priced bag for what I have. I know there's a lot more expensive ones.
It's funny because grip is probably looked at as an expensive bag, but I also look at it, and you look at the high-end bags, they are stupid expensive. Like those Octothorpes and stuff, I mean, they get up to like $450, $500. Like,
but they're guaranteed for life. I think grip is too. Yeah,
grip is too.
So
grip is kind of like catches a lot of shade. I don't know what it is. Like they're just kind of like lost all of a sudden because of like Octothorpes and like it's weird. Like,
I will say that's nice though that with Pound you can design your own bag. Like that's cool. You can design the colorways and stuff.
Yeah. I would agree. I think that's pretty awesome. And then the new bag that Caden and Jordan have, the recycled.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, those recycled billboard ones. Those are pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are pretty cool. So
and then Matt got the Simon bag, and he had a Legend 3.0, I think, before.
What's
Matt
that?
Yadis?
Yeah, what did he get?
He has a Squatch.
What's the new Simon? Oh, Squatch.
Yeah, he's got the new orange.
So
Heimberg
Simon
bag.
Didn't stay,
or not Simon. I mean,
the
Calvin.
Heimberg. Okay, I was like, Simon didn't stay with grip.
I'm getting things all confused.
Okay.
Well, speaking of, I'm surprised that MVP let him stay with grip.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wondering if they're gonna have him switch at some point, but
But that's a sponsorship that's been there forever.
yeah.
So I hope he gets another signature bag with MVP.
Yeah.
Because I know they always throw like that stuff around.
Sure.
I'd like to see it because I think they could do some cool stuff. Especially if he gets Thought Space involved in the design of it.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. So, yeah. So, yeah, those are our 3 stereotypical disc golf. If you think of anything outside of these 3 that we missed, but I would say, there's the kitted up guy. There's the dad discer, we'll call it.
Yeah.
And then we call the bagger with quotation marks, as in the grocery bagger.
I think too, like the dad discer, there's always the guy that the stipulation is, the wife's like, okay, if you're going out, you have to bring your kids with, or
yes.
you have to bring at least, you have to bring at least one, and so they don't get to play the full round because their kids are nagging them to death and they want to go do something else.
Yeah. No, I see that. So, and then one of the stereotypes that I think is funny with like the kitted out individuals is I think there's this idea that I want to try so hard not to look like a disc golfer that you end up looking like a disc golfer, if that makes any sense. Like they try so hard, like, no, I'm not going to put these brands on. I'm not going to do this stuff. But okay, so I'm just going to ride normal casual polo, and then I'll just wear some regular pants. But then they end up looking like that stereotypical kitted out disc golfer.
Yeah.
And it's funny with that. And then like the dad golfers, like that encompasses in my mind, like all the people that they're just out there to play disc golf. Like nothing else really matters. Like, and they're the ones that'll have the discs that they have. And you'll say, oh, have you ever tried this? It's like, what? Like, I throw this. This is what I throw, I don't think you and I fall into that at all. But, and then, the bagger is the guy that, like, stereotypically, I think of him like John Faha.
Oh, yeah.
Where he just, like, comes out and shreds with, like, 3 discs.
Or
Not Faha.
Pash.
Pash, yeah. On Pash.
Yeah.
Where he would
he's
just come out
he's
and
a
just
cheat code too
shred.
because he's ambidextrous.
Yes.
Like that's the crazy thing.
He had, what was it, a Champ T-Bird, like an old school Champ T-Bird. Beat like crazy. He had a Destroyer, an AVR, and then he had something else. He didn't throw any mids.
No, and what's funny too
all
is
drivers.
He didn't have a bag until someone gave it to him. He was just carrying them in his hands the whole round every time.
Yes,
and he's just plop them down on the ground.
I don't remember. I think he actually bought. Remember when I sold like my whole clutch of bags?
Yeah,
I think he ended up buying one of my old bags.
Oh, I thought Luke gave him a shoulder bag at one point.
Maybe it was Luke,
but maybe he did buy something off.
He did buy one for me because he was like, oh, it'd be great because then when I travel, I can just stuff that thing with something. He did buy. I don't know if he ever used it, but he did, and it was like $15 or something like that.
Oh, I don't remember who it was. There was a guy who randomly showed up at League. I think he's one of Dane's friends. Not to be, but he played the whole round barefoot.
Yes, Joe, not Joey. Yeah,
no, his name was Joe.
It was Joe. It was the other Joe. Yeah,
yeah, and I
put him in the bagger.
Yeah,
like
and it's funny because he's one of those barefoot or it's called like I think it's grounding. Yes, where you're just walking barefoot all the time, and you build up those calluses on your feet, and then you're more connected to the earth and whatever. But I'm like, man, doesn't that hurt? He's like, step on some glass or who knows what. I mean, I walk around barefoot in the grass and at my inside the house.
Yeah,
but
I'm one of the guys that when I put my shoes on in the morning, they don't come off until I go to bed.
Yeah.
Like when I get up in the morning, I'll like take my shower, do my thing. But even before I go like get something to drink or eat or like do the breakfast thing, like shoes get put on.
Oh, wow.
And I don't take my shoes off until like I go to bed.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. And it's
just one of those things that you don't really think about.
Yeah.
You're like, all of a sudden you're by your bed, you're like, oh, I guess I better have laces.
Yeah. Well, all my shoes, I like set the laces and then I slide them on and off.
Oh, yeah.
And if I tighten my shoes, it's usually because I'm doing something active. But yeah, it's like tonight I had kind of my floppy shoes on. They're white shoes, so I don't use them for anything else. But I just didn't take them off before I went disc golfing. And I was like, he's like, we were putting, and I was like, Kevin, hit this because I need to tie my shoes because they were just so sloppy and loose. But yeah, so all right, well there you go. So if you have any comments or ideas of what we can add to our disc golf stereotypes, let us know. DoorDisc.com or throw at DoorDisc.com. Or you can push it out there on one of our social medials. Medials. I like that word, medials. I don't know if it's a word, but I'll use it. I've said like 4 words like tonight during league too. I said stuff and I was like, I'm not sure if that's a word, but it sounds right.
Okay.
So, all right. Let's hear it. What do you got for a random question?
Man.
Did I give you enough time or no?
I don't know.
I kind of put him on the spot.
Yeah, Ben, where are you? No.
I know. Come on, Ben. Think your dad's more important than us?
Jeez. I don't have anything
That's right.
super random.
Have you watched Fast X yet?
No, I have not watched it yet. Still want to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Dempsey really wants to see Mario Brothers.
It's good.
Is it?
It's good. It's not like the live action Mario Brothers.
Okay, well that's with John Leguizamo and that was, I forgot, Bob Hoskins.
I think it was Bob Hoskins. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of John Leguizamo, and that's the only reason I watched that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've ever watched it since.
And
that was like prime Spawn time too. Like he was the hot ticket.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that because he was the villain in Spawn.
He was the villain in Spawn. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, he was like the clown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spawn.
Right.
Oh, hello.
I don't know what that was. I was trying to look for something really random.
Guardians is good.
Okay.
But it's just good. Like.
Oh, I heard like it was like great. Like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard that Bradley Cooper might get nominated for an Oscar for his portrayal for his acting as Rocket in this one. Like that's an
Rocket is good.
That's an early Oscar prediction. Is that he's going to be nominated for Best Actor?
Bradley Cooper is Rocket?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay. Vin Diesel kills it. As Groot.
Come on. It's one line uttered in many different ways.
Okay. You wait till you see it. There's a big surprise coming.
Oh boy.
Big surprise. No, I mean it was good, but I always hate these like
Oh, I have a good one.
I get disappointed with movies that have some finality to them.
Yeah.
Like it kind of makes me mad, especially like these trilogy saga type movies. I'm just like, so because it has a bit of that going on with it, you know. So I won't want to.
Now that you brought this, now that we're talking about Marvel and Fast and Furious, so Michelle Rodriguez this is kind of my random question.
Dungeons and Dragons.
No.
Okay.
Is she in that?
Yes, she is.
Oh, goodness. Okay. I didn't know that. I haven't seen that yet either. So she was in an interview, or someone came up to her and asked, and she's like, was talking about how there's too many Marvel movies out there and that they need to tone it back. But meanwhile, she's in 10 Fast and the Furious movies. So
she said that to somebody?
She said that to somebody, like, come on, Marvel, like, that they are too formulaic, or I don't know if that they're formulaic, like they kind of follow the same thing, and that there's just way too many of these superhero Marvel movies. So, in your eyes, which franchise is the like? Would you rather there be way more Fast and the Furious movies, or would you have there be more Marvel movies? They're coming out with 2 more movies for Fast and the Furious because I heard it ends on a cliffhanger and they're gonna make 2 more to like finalize everything.
You know, it's hard for me because I thoroughly enjoy Fast and Furious movies. I am a huge fan of Fast and Furious movies.
Cars in space,
like Cars in Space, Tokyo Drift, even like I'm down for it.
I haven't watched a Fast and the Furious since I think the 4th one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen any of them beyond that.
Pre-Paul Walker death.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Paul Walker's still in that one.
Yeah,
that's like, the one that he dies in, right?
Just Fast and Furious. I think that's the last one I saw.
Okay. Yeah,
or
and
faster or more furious or whatever.
He died before the end of that one. I think that was the one he died before the end of it, or it was the next one that he did. But whichever one it is,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man, and I have to say, Fast and the Furious has to go. Like, it has to go, because I mean, out of all the
Well, it's going to. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's going to. But I guess my thought is that perhaps they've ran out of ideas and they're just getting more and more ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the thing about the Marvel movies is there is in hundreds, thousands of comics to draw from. And there's so many storylines to explore.
And there's so many authors
Yeah.
to go with. Like
Right.
the thing they're doing with the Spider-Verse now. I kind of wish it wasn't animated, or animated the way it's animated. I wish it was a bit different.
Okay.
But I think it's I mean, I'm still going to watch every one
Oh,
of
yeah.
them.
I'm going to. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh man, because there's just too much out there that with the DC and Marvel universes, there's just too much out there, and there's still so much that hasn't even been touched.
Right.
Like, absolutely.
Because there's, so what's the Scorsese movie? Midnight Flower. I don't know. It's something that's coming out on Apple TV. It's like getting rave reviews. It was just at Cannes or Cannes, whatever you want to call it. It got like a 9-minute standing ovation at the end.
9 minutes.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. It's going to be a big deal. I saw a trailer for it the other day.
I have to say, he's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
Like, I love him. Like, not in the weird way.
Right,
but
I know what
in
you
the
mean.
very wholesome way.
Yeah. But now it almost seems like some of those other movies just get lost. Like, you never hear of them, right? Because like there's so many popcorn action summer blowout kind of movies that some of these movies that are good like just kind of get the back seat.
Yeah.
But maybe they also don't get that budgeting for ad space.
Advertisement,
Yeah.
Yep. But I mean, hey, everybody needs a Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how it goes. Like, Big Lebowski absolutely tanked, and then all of a sudden,
Cult
following. Like, now, is there anybody that doesn't know the dude? You know,
Right.
like, so
There might be some people. But.
yeah. And why?
Yeah.
But yeah. So, would you say the same thing then, though?
I think for me, I saw one, like the trailer for one of the Fast and the Furious movies was like, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
I was done, like, just after Tokyo Drift and because I was like, okay, how many new characters are they going to introduce? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Well, and Tokyo Drift.
It became less about racing. That was the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was, and they tried to do something.
I mean, there's still elements of racing in some of the movies,
Yeah.
but it's not like the first and the second movie.
It's an action movie now
Yeah.
with cars.
Yeah.
Well, not even just cars, tanks and tankers and spaceships and submarines.
Yeah.
But I think what they did is Tokyo Drift pushed them down that line of like, seriously? And then they just embraced it.
Oh.
They just had fun with it. Because, the first and second one, you think about it, it's truly about racing, especially the first one. I mean, there's a little bit Dom drama and,
right.
Paul Walker's character. But for the most part, when you get to about 4 or 5, it just starts getting absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
Because they embrace it now. Like, they just say, like, these are things that'll never happen. And the one with The Rock, like... So, and that's the thing that bums me out about the Fast and Furious, because, like, The Rock and Jason Statham and all those things, like, they're fantastic characters. And Vin Diesel, from what I understand, just won't work with them.
Yeah.
So they just disappear all of a sudden.
Sure.
Like, Hobbs is gone, Shaw's gone. Like, what happened? So you can tell how much I like these movies.
Yeah.
It's disappointing. The stuff I care about for no reason. So, with that being said, is there anything else?
Oh, hold on just a second. Thank you to, bring it up. I forgot his name. Travis Harris. He's the one that alerted me to us. He messaged me last week about the popping noise in the podcast. He's just like, there's this weird weird noise that came up. And what happened is I didn't realize that I left the metronome on because I use GarageBand to edit. And so what happens is like they just leave like you go in and the metronome's on.
Okay.
And so I plugged in all the audio and I forgot to turn it off, and that's what the clicking noise was.
Yeah.
And it's never happened before. So I was like, oh God.
Well, because I went on to I always just kind of listen to the first couple minutes of the podcast.
Yeah.
And that's just for sound and all that stuff. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, I'm going to take it off, JP. He was like, yep, go for it.
Yeah. And it was an easy fix. So
that's good. And yeah, so for those of you that heard it, sorry, but if you want to listen to the podcast now, it's good to go.
It's back up to like decent numbers after we took it down. So
okay, good.
I'm sure. And I kind of put something out on Instagram saying, sorry, this happened. And
okay.
Yeah.
When I took it down, it was probably about a third of our normal listens when I took it down.
Yeah. I mean, it was, we took it down by mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
I think. So.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so thanks for hanging in there with us. And man, this is like episode 110,
112, something like that.
That's fantastic. So my wife came up to me and said, I'm proud of you. And I was like, what in the world are you talking about? And I was like, why would you just walk up to your adult husband and say, I'm proud of you?
Yeah.
And she says it was because of this. I was like, dang right.
All right.
Yeah. She was like, man, you guys have stuck with it. I was like, yeah, we have.
Yep.
Because we're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We're pretty awesome. So, and you guys are awesome too. So with that being said, anything else?
No, that was it.
Okay. OnlyFans?
No.
Well,
you tried.
yeah, I figured. I don't know. I was just like we said we were going to do something and we never did. And
I know.
we say that a lot, though.
We do.
We give a lot of promises.
Yeah, empty. Sorry.
Yeah. If we can't accomplish them while we're on a mic,
yeah,
probably not going to happen.
Hold us accountable.
Yeah. Speaking of, I have 2 discs sitting that I need to send to people, and I'm supposed to send them before Vegas.
Oh my goodness.
So if you were one of those individuals, reach out to me because I've honestly forgot. I know there was one. It was the young lady. It was the dad gave us the young lady's bag, and I was supposed to send her a disc.
Oh.
I think maybe I got that. I don't remember. If I owe you a disc, call me. Or don't call me because you don't have my number.
Call the shop.
Call the shop, yeah. Or email us or Instagram us. I apologize.
What was it?
100%. It was one of our giveaways on the podcast.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah. One was that we just randomly decided to give one away.
Yeah.
And then the other was one that I don't remember what it was. It was like the best question or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah. But I know there was 4 of them, and I got 2 of them out.
Okay.
The other 2, I don't know.
Interesting.
And I can't remember. The discs are still sitting there. They're stamped. They're ready to go. I just don't remember who they go to.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, so if you still listen to us and you're not mad at us, send it out. I apologize. 100% on me. It wasn't JP's fault. It was my fault. So.
That might have been back in January.
I think it was.
Wow.
I think it was. So, I mean, it's it's in the mail. You just need to tell me where to send it.
Yeah.
It's like the old checks in the mail thing. Huh?
Yeah.
So with that being said, have an awesome day. And
enjoy your holiday weekend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Memorial Day. Thanks for the sacrifices that were made, I guess, huh? Not I guess. Thank you for the sacrifices that are made.
Yeah.
Have a happy Memorial Day. Deuces. I think that means peace. Out. Girl Scouts.
Drop it in the toilet. Deuces.
There.